Thank you, Ron.
Yeah.
Canada is situated in North America. How many provinces and territories are there? Hmm. 7 people got it right. It's 10 provinces and 3 territories in Canada. Yeah, you will learn that if you become a Canadian citizen, you have to know this and you have to know all of them, right? Yes. Let's see. Oh, look. Look. Anup is now leading. Question number 3. Where is the International Student Services Office at Sutherland Campus? Sutherland Campus, right? Oh, look at you, Ron, opening the door. Where is it? You better know where we are because we want to go. We want you to come and visit us. Yes. We are in C2100. We are right across from the registrar's office. So if you are on campus, make sure that you come and see us because we want to see your documentation, right? We want to see that you are, your document is correct, that you're ready to study. Nope, you're up there. Look at all the girls coming behind you. You be careful. All right, next. Where is the international? Again? Oh, at Frost. Where's the International Student Services at Frost? Yes. Rebecca has mentioned that several times when she is doing the, her presentations. She mentions where she is. I mean, and that's where Varsha is as well. So Varsha is here today, and she is also in this office. So the office at Frost is at 201H. Yeah, Varsha. Where are you actually located?
It is 201H.
Yes, but where is it? I know it's close to a place.
It's inside the registrar's office, and it's just when you open the doors, it's like right at the left side.
That's right. Thank you so much, Karen. You're now, oh, look, that back girl is right behind you, so you be careful. Next. What do you call this animal? Oh, it's a Canadian dog, a beaver, a mouse, capybara. Is anybody dancing? It's a beaver, right? If you haven't seen a beaver yet, you can go to we have a zoo here in Peterborough, right? Ron, do you want to comment on that?
Yeah. But to be honest, I haven't been there and I haven't seen one.
Hey, so there's a capybara at the zoo. You can see a capybara at the zoo. So you should go with the students. Yeah? Next time? All right. Karen is on the top. How many lakes are there in Canada? There's so many lakes in Canada. It's incredible. You have to be careful though, right? Don't go swimming in any lake. You have to ask first. Before you go inside of a lake, ask and look if there's a signage to see if you can swim or not, right? It can be dangerous, but there are many lakes you can enjoy in Canada. I wonder how many you think there are. Oh, people said 1 million and unknown. So the correct answer is actually unknown. We don't know how many there are, right? We know that there are many, but we have no idea how many. Yes. Isn't that cool? Let's see. Parnit is up. Oh, look, the 3 people at the very bottom. Let's get up, eh? Let's go up. Canada has 2 national symbols. What are they? Beaver and grizzly bear? Maple leaf and moose, or moose and salmon. What do you think? And the correct answer is beaver and maple leaf. Yeah, so you see maple leaf in every tree. There's a lot of maple leaf trees in Canada. We also make something called maple syrup. You should try with pancake. It's really good. Let's see who's at the top now. Oh, Paternate to continue to be at the top. All right. Next. What do you call this? Oh, I think I just gave them the answer. Honey, maple syrup, molasses, sugar, cane syrup. You cannot get this wrong because I just gave you an answer by mistake. The about who is faster now. Maple syrup, yes, I just mentioned, right? And you're gonna eat maple syrup with pancakes. Really good if you have a chance. All right. But it continues to be on the top. How many national parks are there in Canada? We know now that there are unknown number of lakes, but how many national parks are there in Canada? And you can do a lot of stuff, eh? Have you been to national parks in Canada? Any of my team? Rosie, Marsha, Rono? Rosie. Have you been to any of the parks? Marsha?
You're on mute, Rosie.
Oh, okay. Has anyone been to national parks?
I've been to a number of national parks, to be honest, but I can't remember the names.
The names,
But
yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of.
There are a lot of parks you can go. There are parks here in Peterborough. You can go and do some picnics and stuff. Right? So there are 38 of them, and 5 people got it right. Yeah. But yeah, you can do picnics, you can play volleyball, you can swim, you can just relax, even dance, right?
You can go
Like
on hikes.
go on hikes, a bike.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Botnet is doing really, really well. All right. Let's see. Which of the following food are considered Canadian? Pizza and poutine, butter tart and stew, poutine and stew, poutine, butter tart, and Montreal style bagels. Hey, by the way, you're gonna have a treat when you're here on campus on May 2nd doing your networking activities. Yes, it is poutine, butter tart, and Montreal style bagels. By the way, if you go to Montreal, you gotta try their bagels. They're really, really good. We do have pretty good bagels here too, but they have 2 things in Montreal that you have to try is their poutine. They have like places where you can eat all kind of poutine, and Montreal bagels. Those are very famous. But you're gonna try butter tart. If you're on campus on May 2nd, come and you'll see we have treats for you. Let's see who is on the top. Botnet, you're on fire. Wow. Continue to be on the top. Nobody's going to take them out of there. Come on, guys. Canadians believe in equality. Canada has zero tolerance policy when it comes to acts of violence. Is this true or false? I love Canada. I do. And you will too. Yes, it is true. Yeah, so Canadian they have zero tolerance, really, for violence. You will see we're very peaceful people, community, and you feel safe. You'll see. Yeah, Botnet, wow. You continue to be up there. Come on, guys. Which year did Canada adopt the metric system? That there's different systems, metric, and there's the inch. In Canada, they use both. So if you're doing carpentry and you go to a store, you can say how many inches of wood you want or how many meters. When did they adopt the metric system? It was in 1970. Did you know that, Ron?
Not like on top of my head, no.
That was probably a guess,
Yeah.
but Botnet got it right. And look, they are on the top. They continue to be on the top. Come on, guys.
But it's posted on the main entrance of the college.
What percentage of immigrants live in Canada? we are a lot of people in Canada, and a lot of us are immigrants from other countries. The percentage, what do you think? And the correct answer is 23%. Yeah, a lot of people thought it was like 80%. I wish, right? We would have a party. Anyways, no, it's 23. But as we continue to have people come into Canada, the more we have, you know, and you get married and you're here and your family comes, the more people we'll have. We may increase that number, right? Let's see. Oh, look at Mickey's at the top now, Patnit. Sorry to say that. You moved down. How far is Toronto to Peterborough? This is interesting. Can you walk? You think? Rosie, do you think we can walk to Toronto? I think it would be a long walk. What do you think? What do you So it is 139 kilometers from here to Toronto. You can certainly drive, but I wouldn't recommend walk, right? It's too far. Driving is about an hour and 15 minutes, more or less. You can Google and you'll see what's the correct, depending where you are in Toronto, because Toronto is huge, right? So it could be anywhere between an hour 15 to even 2 hours, depending on the traffic. You could be stuck in traffic. Traffic is insane sometimes, depending on the rush hour, right? Look at Mickey up on the top. Yeah. All right. Let's go and continue. Canada is an European language word that means, what does it mean? Canada. What does it mean? Is it village? Is it river? Is it homeland or is it country? This was a question that was actually in my Canadian citizenship. It was. I got it right. Did you? It is village, right? It is village. So let's see who got it right and if they are on the top. Okay, Karen was very fast. Probably got the answer right, and they are on the top now. Congratulations. Maybe not for long. What is the approximate population of Canada? 21 million, 40 million, 38, 53 million. That's a lot of people. Wow. Can you imagine a place with 53 million people? It is actually 38 million, right? Almost 53. We not so close, but we still need quite ways to go. 38 million of people live in Canada. If you think about Canada, most people live in the lower part, right? Because the north part of Canada is quite cold, guys. So when there was the colonization of Canada, most people were at, close to where the water is. That's why you see most of the cities in Canada, they are close to the water. Yeah. Oh, Mick is back. She is. You can find them all in Peterborough, except Fleming College and Otonabee River, Peterborough Pete's Hockey, and Niagara Falls. What do you think? Oh, that's easy. That's so easy. You gotta get this right. What do you think? It is actually Niagara Falls, right? We have Fleming College in Peterborough, the Otonabee River, which is right here, and then Peterborough Pete's Hockey is actually our team. You gotta go watch one of these games, at the Memorial Center. Is really great. We have a lot of fun. The music is loud. There's nothing like a hockey game. It's an experience. You gotta have it. Karen is up there. Next. This Canadian place has very high roller coasters. Is it the Toronto Zoo, CN Tower, Canada Wonderland, and Fallsview Water Park? These are all great places to go visit, actually. Yeah. Toronto Zoo is huge. Prepare yourself if you go to the Toronto Zoo, because you're going to walk a lot. It is actually Canada Wonderland. And yesterday we heard Zach talk about them organizing a trip to Canada Wonderland. When they do, and if you like roller coasters, that's the place to be.
I have to go there this summer. I haven't been.
You haven't?
No.
Ron, I'm really, I'm shocked that you haven't been to the zoo, you haven't been
I
to,
haven't been to the Wonderland either.
oh, come on. Yeah, so we all need to go. We all
Yeah.
need to go. Yes. I'll go and I'll be like, yeah. Really, I love roller coasters. Yeah, invite me when you go and I'll go with you guys. Karen is at the top now. These sports can be played in the winter, in winter sports, except we have hockey, skiing, curling, and rugby. I know because my son plays most of this, but he loves sports. And one of these, he can't play in the winter. What is it? It is rugby. Yes, the majority of you got it right. It is rugby. Rugby is played usually in the summer, right? So people who play hockey end up playing rugby. Yeah. Canon continues there on the top. Congratulations. These are attractions in Lindsay. So if you're not in Lindsay, you probably won't know this. But if you visit Lindsay, you should know. Henry Conservation Area, Lindsay Memorial Park, Old Gull Museum, and Land Pioneer Village. Except for one. Which one is in Peterborough? That's not Lindsay. It is the Lang Pioneer Village. Yeah, so Lang Pioneer Village, it shows when Canada started, how they did the bread and all that kind of stuff, how they wore their clothing. So it's worth going and visiting. And all the other ones, they are in Lindsay. So make sure that if you are in Lindsay, that you also visit, the attractions over there.
I've been there.
You have?
Yeah.
To the Pioneer Village?
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Did you try the bread?
No, I just went outside because they're closed. But
Oh, what's the capital of Canada, guys? A lot of people get this wrong, and I bet you're gonna get it right. Is it Toronto? Ottawa? Oh, it's Ottawa. It is Ottawa. A lot of people say Toronto. I don't know why. I think maybe Toronto is because it's famous, right? And people usually remember Toronto, but it is actually Ottawa. That's where our government is. Karen is at the top. Next. The official language or languages of Canada is, what do you think? French, English, French and English. None of them. We speak something else in Canada. We speak Portuguese. Yeah, 20 people got it right. It is official French and English. However, did you know that not many people speak French? Yeah, they speak French mostly in the Quebec, the province of Quebec. Yeah, so Montreal is part of that, and they speak French. Yeah, and there are other places too that speak French, but most people speak English. Oh, Parnitz is back. Look at that. Who were the first inhabitants of Canada before any explorer set foot in this country? So who was here before we came, before people who were exploring Canada came? The first settlers, before the first settlers. So before they arrived here, who was in Canada? It was the indigenous people. They were here, and that's why we do the acknowledgement of the land. The land belongs to indigenous people in Canada, and they were here before any explorer. We're very respectful of the land here in Canada, as you have noticed, right? Every time you go to a meeting or you are, in some event, they will acknowledge the land where you are situated. So there are different indigenous land, and they will acknowledge we are in the Mississauga, right? Land of the Anishinaabe. But need to know that, and they are still in the top. There were three distinct groups who first inhabited Canada, so we talk about that. They were the first inhabitants, but who were they? This is easy too. 'Cause if you got the other one right, you'll get this one right. I like the music in the background. I don't know why. I know it's kind of a silly, but I like it. So yeah, so it was the First Nations, Métis, and Inuit that were here before anybody set foot on this land. 16 people got it right, and let's see who's on the top. Partner continues to be on the top. Well, you know a lot about Canada, eh? But a lot of people do too. Look at them; they're coming after you, so watch out. Which is the only correct answer about timing. It's important to communicate with a professor about meetings. Arriving early in class is highly regarded. Canadian place a high priority on punctuality, and all alternatives are correct. That's right. We had Isha Gupta doing a presentation on classroom expectations, and she said, if you are on time, you're already late. No, we do put a lot of importance on punctuality here in Canada. If you're coming to a meeting, don't get late. If you're going to a classroom, arrive early. Yeah, it's a way to say you respect the person who is there waiting for you. So you always tell your professor if you're not going before you cancel your meeting, and you don't just not show up, right? It's very disrespectful, but you always should be paying attention to those. Arriving early in class, communicate with your professors about meetings, and then make sure that you're punctual, or canceling a meeting if you can't go. Yeah, you see? A lot of people coming up after you, Parneet. Be careful. Which one of these statements is correct? Students are not expected to obey the same Canadian laws. Once you arrive in Canada, you are allowed to work. International students should respect the conditions on their study permit. Red, blue, and yellow are correct. There are several answers to this. 60 people said international students should respect the conditions on their study permit, and that's correct, right? So your conditions say that you're not allowed to work unless you are registered in class and you started your classes. Also, there is a clause there. There's a condition saying that you may work on and off campus, and you should not work more than 20 hours per week, right? So you should respect the conditions and be a full-time student, passing your courses and studying. So studying is your number one priority. Good job. Look, Partnerit has even a fire thing on the top there. Partnerit has the highest answer streak of 12. Wow, I'm impressed. All right, true or false? Since Sanford Fleming promoted worldwide time zones, a prime meridian and the 24-hour clock to determine exact locations. Is that true or false? You know how you have different times? Here in Canada is on one time, and there's another, you know, Israel is another, Brazil is another. So those different times. What do you think? Is it true or false? It is true. It is true. All of you got it right. Good job. And he was Sanford Fleming, right? The name of our college. And he was the one. You'll see his picture when you get into the main entrance on the right side. There's a picture of him there. All right. Oh my goodness. Partnerit. Official symbols of Canada. What are they? Canadian anthem, the Canadian horse, lacrosse, and coat of arms, maple syrup, the Canadian bear, and the Canadian flag. Oh, this is easy. Come on. You can answer right. I wonder if my team is playing, or you're just going through the answers and getting the answer right. Are you playing? With a different name, maybe? It is the Canadian anthem, the Canadian horse, and lacrosse, and the coat of arms. These are the official symbols of Canada. right? A lot of people said the Canadian flag. We tend to think about that, right? But it's not. That's what it is. Anyways. Some people are coming up again on the board. Among the Canadian inventions are, so Canadians invented a lot of stuff. Peanut butter? What's it, the electric wheelchair? Road lines, you know, those lines between the roads that you go past another car? All the answers are correct. What do you think? What do you think Canadians invented? It was all of them. Can you imagine? Electric wheelchair. I didn't know Canadians had invented an electric wheelchair until I put this game together. Most people got it right. All right. I know you're going, I didn't know either. That's why I got it wrong. It begins in March and it's comprised of a mix of rain and sunshine. People love gardening. You're coming exactly at that time, right? What time is that? Summer, fall, or autumn, winter, what's spring? You know you're not coming in the winter, that's for sure. That's past. Which one is it? Yes, it is spring, guys. It is spring. We're gonna have a lot of fun. There's tons of things to do in the spring. Lots of things, lots of concerts to go free in the park. Yeah. So you're gonna have a lot of fun. Be outdoors. When we refer to individualism, we can say that Canadian children depend on their parents for everything. There's no pressure for Canadians to work towards their personal goals. Canadians' children are encouraged to be responsible and be self-sufficient. They do everything on their own. Canadians are individualists, so they don't think about the community, they just think about themselves. And the answer is Canadian children are encouraged to be responsible and be self-sufficient. And that's true. You will see most children in Canada, the parents start really, really early to teach them how to be independent, to do things on their own. They do their own laundry. No, their mom don't do that. And they can even cook, not like cooking on the stove, but they help prepare food. They clean their own bedroom, you know, so they start very early to do those things. As opposed to certain countries. My mom used to do everything for me. Barnett, you're on fire. Wow. Next. Examples of how Canadians find privacy important are privacy, right? Conversations take place with 1 arm length between each person, so you have to be far, don't get too close. They don't mind lining up close to each other, so you can line really close. They feel more comfortable when people stay close to them when lining up. Canadians do not care about privacy. What do you think? Most people got it right. Yes. So conversations take place 1 arm length between each person. In my country, we get very close to talk to people, but in Canada, you will see there's a little bit of difference, right? You have to stay a little bit further. Also, when you're lining up for Tim Hortons, make sure that you give some space with the person in front of you. That's how things are here in Canada, you know? I'm different. I don't have a bubble, so people get close to me anyways. But in Canada, you should be respectful. You will see that sometimes when you get closer, they will go back. Right? This relatively warm season starts in September when the leaves change their color. Oh, you're gonna be here for that? Yes, you are. You're gonna see it's beautiful. Can someone comment on that? What do you think of the fall theme? Yes, my team is not here. Do they leave me? Ron, what do you think of the fall?
Beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes. You can
Lots of
travel.
colors.
Yes. Yes. You can travel north, right? To see the color, the changing of the colors of the trees. 23 people got it right. Fantastic. You'll be here for that. Make sure you're outdoors. In Canada, be outdoors. You will see all those things happening. And even if it's winter, you should be outdoors. Just dress warm. You see. Which answer is correct about politeness? Canadians are usually impolite to others. Canadians do not care about cleanliness. They shower once a month. Canadians tend to say please, thank you, and sorry a lot. And many businesses do not care if you wear perfume or cologne. You can wear as much as you want. What do you think? Yes, so Canadians, they tend to say please, thank you, and sorry a lot. You will see. And we also open door for people, right? We tend to hold the door, you open for people to go past. And there are a lot of places in Canada where you cannot wear cologne. It's some people are allergic to it. So if you wear too strong cologne, they will get into, hives and things like that. So a lot of places, in Fleming is one of them, right? So we have that, we are very careful, all right? Congratulations to everybody look at what neat. Wow, it's like you've lived in Canada, you know everything. Look at you. Wow. Canadians care about the environment. You won't see garbage on the floor. What do you call this? Is this like the picture, right? Garbage cans, recycling garbage, sorting bins, recycled bins, automatic self-sorting bins. That would be fun. Yeah, you just put it there and it sorts for you. That's right. It is recycling and garbage sorting bins. You will see them on campus. And make sure that every time that you're eating, you collect your garbage, collect your recycling, and put them in the correct bin, right? So there will be a picture, and you can sort yourself. Do not leave people. Don't clean after yourself. You have to do that. Oh, look at Prashan. You're now on the top. Which answer is false? False about honesty. Canadians place a high value on honesty. Copying a test from another student is accepted in Canada. Academic integrity outlines consequences for not being honest. And if you are not honest, Canadians will not trust you. That's right. So copying a test from another student is accepted in Canada. So this is false, right? It's not okay. You get a 0 and you can actually have serious consequences if you get a 0 in a test or maybe in your course, depending on how it happened. And if you have to repeat a course, then you're here one more semester, right? That's no good because you're going to pay more money. So yeah, so be honest. Right? We value honesty a lot. Yeah. So for example, don't lie to your teacher. Say, oh my, we had a student who killed his grandma like twice. Yes. Same grandma. And missed tests. So do not lie to your professors. They know, right? So just be honest and tell them what's the reason why you're missing a test or why you didn't come to class. If you say, you know what, I went to a party, I was so tired, I didn't come, I'm sorry, and I want to catch up. They may understand better than if you lie, right? So honesty is very important. So don't lie. Don't kill anybody in your family either. Yeah, Prashant? You continue there. Good job. Friendship. Which one of these statements is false? It may be difficult to make friends in Canada. First, it's very difficult to make friends. Canadians are not friendly at all. Volunteering is a great way to make friends with common interests. What do you think? Try to speak English so others can feel more comfortable in approaching you. Yes, it is. It's not difficult at all to make friends in Canada. You will see. Of course, you can speak your language, right? That's your language, and that's how you communicate with peers. But it's very important to speak English too, because if you don't speak English, people won't know what you're talking about, right? And you're leaving people outside of the conversation. So English is our language, common language. I try to speak English. Of course, if I'm speaking with someone from Brazil and we are on a one-on-one, I'll speak Portuguese. But the language in the classroom is usually English, right? So it's important that you're sharing your ideas in English so that everybody can understand. And it's not difficult at all to make friends in Canada. You'll see. Come May 2nd, and we are going to get you hooked up with other students with the same interests. All right, Prashant continues at the top. Let's move on. Guess the reason. It begins in December, January, and February, and are the coldest months. The average temperature is 0 and minus 15. I don't know. That's the season I stay at home. It's that season I told you that you have to shovel. Yes, it is winter. You're gonna be here for that, but don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. Winter is your friend. If it's nice outside, you just, dress warm. Go out. Yeah, but if it's too cold, don't go out. Stay home, right? Because you can have frostbite. You hear about that. So always protect yourself. We will send information about how to dress during the winter time through the newsletter that we always send out every Friday. And you're going to be part of that because now you're going to be a Fleming student. You'll receive those in your Fleming mail, of course. Yes. Prussian continues on the top. Come on, guys. We're, very close to end. Pick it up. The season starts in June and it's warm and sunny. Sunscreen is recommended. It's coming right after the season. And it is summer. Very good. Everybody got that. I think the sunscreen gave it away, right? Prussian continues at the top. Oh my God. You're really, really good. Next, only one question to go after this one. True or false? Canadians tend to be informal, which means you can call your professor by their first name. Can you call your professor by their first name? I know in Brazil you can't. It's usually Mr. Yeah. Yes, you can. So in Canada, you can call your professor by their first name. Actually, your professors are pretty friendly. Can my team comment on that? What was your experience with your professors? Do you remember?
I had a really good relationship with my professors. I mean, they're very helpful, and if you go to them with a concern, they're more than happy to solve it for us or try to solve it and give us solutions. And I was someone who had to have placement for my course, and there was a point in time where I wasn't getting any placement. My professor was more than happy to help me find one and gave me resources and everything. So yes, the professors here are very friendly, and you can approach them. They're ready to help you.
Okay. Yes, I agree. It's different than in my country, for example. In Brazil, there is that, distance between your professor and you for some reason, they are like gods, right? But here in Canada, they are here to help you. Actually, we are all here to help, right? If you have a problem, we're here to support you. But your professors are here to make sure that you're successful. And there are so many tools at Fleming available to you that you can use, right? From tutoring to, maybe studying with a peer, maybe studying in a study group. I remember when I was in university, we used to do that a lot, to study as a group. Yes, ask for help. That's all I can say. Ask for help, right? We are all here to help each other. And if you see that someone needs help, help them, right? That's what we should be, human beings helping each other, right? It's not a race, it's not a competition. We're all here to help and to succeed together. Yeah. All right. This is the last question. Many buildings in Canada have a scent-free policy because there are people who may be allergic to perfume or cologne. I think I gave this before. Pay attention, you guys, right? Yes, it is true. It is true. It is true. Okay, get ready to get your emojis, yeah, and clap your hands to our winners that will be on the screen. And the podium in third place is Lisa. Yay! Second, Parnit. And in first, dun, 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 is Hashan. Good job, good job. All right, yes, runners up is the black girl, and I didn't catch the name. Did you, Ron? I didn't catch the name. It was so fast.
No.
But we have a recording. Do not worry.
Yeah.
So if you saw your name there, what I would like you to do, make sure, because we don't know your student number we don't know your student number, your name. So I'm gonna ask you to send an email to International, and you're gonna put like this in the subject line. You're gonna put your name, put winners. Yeah, and I would like you to please put your name, or you can also send in private if you want to. Yeah, can they send in private? Maybe it's easier in private. What do you think, team? Yeah.
Yeah, and their student number as well.
Yes. So send in private to me. So choose my name. Do not put your information out there. Choose your name. Choose my name in instead of everyone. Choose my name, and then put your student number and your complete name, right? And send it to me. But I would like to also see the other two people who are the runners to send me that information as well. So Prashant was the first one, Parneet second, Lisa was third. I saw that black girl was also a winner, I think. And there was another name, was so fast I couldn't see. Yeah. So if you saw your name, make sure that you are, yes, Prashant, Parneet, I got yours. Perfect. I'm just gonna stop recording. And then I'm gonna